Hello everyone. Just we have introduced. I have given you one video with respect to the procedure as well as the reagents which are required in order to perform this corresponding experiment. That is nothing but determination of dissolved oxygen. Now we will going to see the demonstration video with respect to the determination of dissolved oxygen, and all of the setup as you are in front of me or on the desk which I have kept. From this setup you are able to understood that you get an idea that it is 100% nothing but the titrimetric procedure titration we are going to perform, or volumetric analysis we are going to perform. What is the meaning of volumetric analysis? Certain volume of the sample we are taking and we are titrating with the help of different reagents or different chemicals. Before introducing this volumetric analysis or titration analysis, I want to introduce or tell to you that there is another one instrument, that is this instrument. With the help of this instrument we will able to measure directly the dissolved oxygen present in the water, and this instrument is known as the dissolved oxygen meter or DO meter. With the help of this corresponding experiment, with the help of this corresponding instrument we are able to use the oxygen present in the atmosphere as well as oxygen present in the dissolved water. And here is one probe, and just we have to connect this wire to this instrument, and this probe we have to dip into the water. We have to open the knob, electrode is there, just I will show you. We have to open the knob. Here you are able to see that one electrode is there, and that electrode we have to dip into the water. Certain calibration we have to do, and directly we will going to get the value of the dissolved oxygen. It is nothing but electrometric method or direct method, instant method of analysis of the corresponding dissolved oxygen. Okay, but more accurate method is nothing but this method, that is nothing but titration or volumetric analysis, that we will going to see. Particularly talking about the reagents that we have discussed in our lecture, that reagent just I will introduce. First reagent is nothing but manganese sulfate solution is there with us. Then I think there is no any need to explain now what is the meaning of DO, significance, application. Already we have discussed all the things with respect to the dissolved oxygen, starting from the principle, starting from the definition, starting from the application as well as uses of this corresponding experiment. Previously this experiment is not in your environmental engineering syllabus, one syllabus. Previously it is limited for the wastewater, but now due to realizing the importance of this experiment, they have introduced this experiment in our this environmental engineering one subject. And very important experiment, and based on this experiment we will have another one experiment, but in the next sem, that is related to the wastewater, that is nothing but biochemical oxygen demand we will going to see. But before that I will introduce to you what are the reagents we have taken. Manganese sulfate I have taken, just we have seen, I have made one video, and in the blackboard you are able to see that I have given a description in the second video, or I have made a separate video which gives the explanation about the reagents as well as procedure required. And the name of this procedure is known as the Winkler method. Winkler method is scientists that have invented this corresponding experiment, and it is nothing but the reaction which releases the iodine. And we have seen the step number 1 to step number 5, at which stage iodine is liberated and at which state we will get the end point, all that we have seen. Okay, just we will do the use of this procedure and we will demonstrate actually how to perform the corresponding dissolved oxygen experiment. Let's see. This is nothing but the manganese sulfate solution reagent I am talking about. Then this is nothing but alkali iodide azide reagent which I have prepared. Then this is nothing but the concentrated H2SO4 solution, highly dangerous chemical. Why? Because it is acting as a catalyst, just I have discussed with you in a separate video, that it increases the rate of reaction. It helps in the oxidation of the organic matter present, or oxidation of the chemicals which are present in the water, and it increases the speed of the reaction. Hence most dangerous chemical. Hence I have wear the gloves as a safety purpose. Also one goggle is required if the wastewater is there, and precautionary measure, mask or goggle you have to wear, because if it is very dangerous chemical in the laboratory, 98% concentrated more dangerous chemical, hence in order to handle that we have to handle with proper care, proper precaution. I have taken gloves that you have to use in order to perform this experiment, hence that is the purpose of wearing the gloves in order to perform this experiment. This is nothing but concentrated H2SO4. Then this is nothing but the sodium thiosulfate titrant we will going to introduce into the corresponding burette. Then this is nothing but the indicator and starch indicator. These are nothing but the reagents required. Then talking about the apparatus, what are the apparatus required in order to perform this experiment? One of the important apparatus required to perform this experiment, and that apparatus, without that apparatus, this apparatus, we are not able to perform this experiment, and this apparatus is known as the dissolved oxygen, and this is known as the DO bottle. All these chemical or reagents which just I have discussed, all these reagents I am going to introduce into the sample bottle, that is DO bottle, and I am going to perform the titration in this corresponding conical flask. One flask I have taken, and I am going to perform the titration. I am going to get the final result. And particularly talking about the sample we will going to use, I have collected the tap water sample that we will going to use. And one thing I want to share with you with that, this experiment DO test is known as the basis of BOD test. And why it is known as the basis of BOD test? Because bacterial oxygen demand we have to calculate in the BOD test. I am not going to talk more about the BOD test, because in the next sem we will discuss. But without performing the DO test, we are not able to perform the BOD test. And at my back side, one instrument that you are able to observe. At my back side, the instrument that you are able to observe, it is nothing but the BOD incubator. It is nothing but the BOD incubator. In this BOD incubator, we are going to keep this DO bottle, and after 5 days and during the 1 day, 2 times we are calculating the DO, and difference between the DO is BOD. Okay, but what is the significance of BOD I am not going to discuss now. Just I will be discussing about the dissolved oxygen, particularly this test I will be discussing. All the tests we are going to perform in this corresponding DO bottle. Let's start with the procedure. Before starting the procedure, very important thing is that first of all you have to do what? First of all you have to clean. First of all you have to clean the corresponding burette. First of all you have to clean the corresponding burette. I have kept a conical funnel here, and I am going to add the water. Because we are not knowing what are the different types of the chemicals which are introduced here. Very important experiment in your environmental engineering. And if you want to do a pollution analysis of river, समजा रिवर किती पोल्यूट झालेली आहे, तर ते कशावरून आपल्याला कळतं? BOD वरून सुद्धा कळतं आणि डिझॉल्व्ड ऑक्सिजन वरून सुद्धा कळतं. समजा एखाद्या रिव्हरचा स्ट्रेच असेल 10-20 किलोमीटरचा, तर प्रत्येक रिव्हर स्ट्रेचला तुम्ही एक सॅम्पल गेलं, समजा 500 मीटर किंवा 1-1 किलोमीटरवरती सॅम्पल घेत गेलात, तर तुम्हाला कळेल DO कुठे कमी आहे, DO कुठे जास्त आहे. आणि जिथे DO कमी असेल तिथे ॲक्वॅटिक लाईफ सर्वाइव्ह होऊ शकत नाही. आता DO कुठे कमी असतो? जिथे इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया असतो, इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट वॉटर डिस्चार्ज करतात, तिथे DO कमी असतो. इट इंडिकेट्स इट इज अ साइन ऑफ पोल्युशन ऑफ वॉटर. DOचा जर ॲब्सेंट आला तर पोल्युशन तिथे झालेलं आहे. कारण DO जर असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये ॲक्वॅटिक लाईफ फिशेस विल एबल टू सर्वाइव्ह. त्यामुळे इंडस्ट्री असेल तर DO काय होतं? कमी होतो किंवा व्हॅनिश होतो. समजा एखादा वेस्ट वॉटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट असेल, तो ट्रीटमेंट करून वेस्ट वॉटर जर सोडत असेल रिव्हरमध्ये विदाउट फायनली, तर त्या रिव्हरमधला जर DO घेतला इन्स्टंट पॉईंटला, तर डिझॉल्व्ड ऑक्सिजन ॲब्सेंट असतो. त्यामुळे DO इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट एक्सपेरिमेंट. इट सिग्निफाईज दॅट द वॉटर इज पोल्युटेड ऑर नॉट. नाउ आय हॅव क्लीन द वॉटर विथ द हेल्प ऑफ द कोनिकल फ्लास्क अँड डिस्टिल वॉटर आय हॅव टेकन. नाउ I am going to fill sodium thiosulfate. Before filling the sodium thiosulfate, what we will do, we will perform the procedure, and then after performing the procedure we will see, after performing the procedure we will go for the titration. Let's perform the procedure. Let us perform the procedure. Just a minute. In this DO bottle, volume of this bottle is 200 ml, 250 ml, 250 ml and 300 ml. These two standard sizes, these bottles are available, and 300 ml you have taken, then you have to use the volume of 300 ml to fill this bottle, and clearance is provided here to add the chemicals or reagents. Now I am going to take the water. Which water? I am going to take this water, tap water of 250 ml. This cylindrical jar is of 250 ml. I will going to introduce the 250 ml volume here in this corresponding DO bottle. And here you are able to observe that certain clearance is there. They have provided, manufacturer have provided, because in this we have to perform the titration. Okay, we have taken the sample, our tap water we have taken. Now we will see step number 1. And what is the step number 1? We have to check the presence of oxygen. Oxygen is present or oxygen is absent. For that we require the help of two reagents, that is nothing but manganese sulfate and this, and what we require this. This is nothing but what? This is nothing but, just a minute. Okay, this is nothing but manganese sulfate and alkali iodide azide reagent. These two reagents help we required, and we will going to add these two reagents in 2 ml. We will going to add manganese sulfate of 2 ml. I will going to take the reference of pipette. I have marked here 2 ml. I am going to add 2 ml manganese sulfate solution, followed by 2 ml of alkali iodide azide reagent, followed by 2 ml alkali iodide azide reagent, 2 ml alkali iodide azide reagent. Now we are able to see that here which color is developed. Now we are able to see that here brown color is developed. Hence brown color is an indication that manganese dioxide is generated, and it is an indication that presence of dissolved oxygen is there surely in the sample. Now we will liberate the iodine. ह्या सोल्यूशन सारखंच सोल्यूशन तयार होतं. हा फ्लॉक बॉटमला जातो. हे 2 सॅम्पल फॉर युअर ॲनालिसिस 5-10 मिनिटांनंतर हा फ्लॉक बॉटमला जातो. तुमचं कोॲग्युलेशन आणि फ्लॉक्युलेशन सारखा हा फ्लॉक आहे तो बॉटमला जायला स्टार्ट होतो. Okay, and now I am going to liberate the iodine. For liberating the iodine, I am going to add this concentrated H2SO4 in this sample. This is also I am going to add it as 2 ml. 1 ml. This one. This is nothing but I have added. Now reaction of oxidation will going to occur. And this flock will going to dissolve here. it is not oldest H2SO4. I will be adding this H2SO4. Now this flock is generated, and now I am going to keep this volume into what? I am going to keep this volume into this sample conical flask, and 200 ml sample I am going to take. And 2 drops of starch indicator I will going to add. 2 drops of starch indicator I will going to add. Sufficient time is required in order to form the flock, hence starch indicator I will going to add here. I will going to fill the burette. And I am going to add 2 to 3 drops of this corresponding starch indicator. Now we have seen that it turns quite bluish tinge as observed. And wait a minute, we'll show you.